Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for joining Encore Palm Beach County for our special presentation celebrating 10 years serving Palm Beach County. We're taking a look back at how we got started, what we've been doing, and take a look forward at all the exciting things that we have planned. I'm Christine Cottaggio, Encore Palm Beach County Chair, and joining us today is Karen Roberts, our resident HR specialist. The two of us have been on the board with Encore for a number of years, and so we have lots of great insight and information to share. Karen, with that being said, take it away.
Thank you, Christine, and welcome to everyone. We're so glad you're here as we are taking a look down memory lane the last 10 years and, of course, looking forward to the future. So, celebrating 10 years of Encore Palm Beach County serving our wonderful county. You may wonder how Encore Palm Beach County was started and how it was born. And actually, it was founded and started by Rosemary Nixon. She had read this book that came out in approximately 2007. And Mark Friedman wrote about how folks are wanting to find what matters in their second half of life. And Rosemary had heard something or read something in that book that really intrigued her. And what she heard is that about 10,000 people a day were going to be turning 65. And that was going to be happening for quite a while. That actually started in 2011 and is continuing to this day. And that number of people turning 65 every day is about 4 million people a year. And that's been going on since 2011. So Rosemary, being very curious and just fascinated by this, said, what are folks going to do with the rest of their life? If we're turning 65, we've got lots more life left in us. So what she began doing is doing some research and doing some things of her own to assist those who might be retiring and looking for the next phase of life. And she found out that Encore had become kind of a nationwide program where local organizations, local groups could start their own Encore chapter. So Rosemary thought that might be something just perfect for Palm Beach County with all of the wonderful matures that we have in our county. So at that point, Rosemary, of course, always being ahead of her time, being very visionary, she began looking into a feasibility study. And at this point, I'm going to turn it back over to Christine because Christine was actually there at that beginning phase and will tell a little bit about what happened after Rosemary read the book and got the idea.
Thank you, Karen. We started in August of 2015, so it definitely is 10 years. We are definitely celebrating almost to the day. And we started with regular feasibility studies at the Delray Chamber. We had regular weekly meetings, tossed around ideas, did research on a number of other Encore programs and what was available. And eventually, we held our first gathering, a gathering to share the Encore vision. That was an Encore a year later. We studied for a whole year. And we had over 100 attendees excited for the vision. And volunteers signed up to join us. And it was really a fascinating introspective as to what the need for our services were and how Encore could help so many other people. And as Karen said, this is very important because so many people are aging, moving into the aging space. So why is this movement important? Well, as the slide says, by 2035, 1/3 of the U.S. population will be over 50. In Palm Beach County alone, 40% of our population are over 50, and by 2030, our 50-plus residents will comprise half of our population. With decades of productivity ahead, adults 50-plus are a growing and renewable resource that we cannot afford to overlook. So why is this important to you? Well, you may be looking for work, or you may be looking for employees to hire. You might be looking to find your passion, unretire, and find other ways to volunteer or other avenues of entrepreneurship. What Encore stands for. Adults over
Christine?
50 have, yes?
No, I didn't mean to interrupt. Go ahead, please.
Okay. Adults over 50 have needed skills, wisdom, and experience that our communities need to solve social problems and benefit the intergenerational workplace. Continued engagement in volunteering is an important aspect of healthy aging. Age discrimination is real. Hiring, retraining, and retaining workers and programs and policies that support it are a win for everyone. So,
We
go ahead,
also,
Karen.
Christine, I wanted to share a few extra things about what Encore Palm Beach County stands for. We have some basic truths or basic tenets that we believe that ageism exists in our society and spans the lifetime. There can be ageism at both ends of the spectrum, age-wise and in the middle as well. We know that the birth rate is shrinking and that we need mature workers to keep our economic engine running smoothly and growing. We also know that creativity and innovation does not decrease with age. We also know that loneliness and isolation can be detrimental to healthy aging, and we certainly don't want that to occur. So keeping folks vibrant in work, entrepreneurial opportunities, or volunteerism is so important. And we know how much folks have to contribute, as it says there, whether that be through volunteering or through paid work. And we also know that with a multi-generational workforce today, we have about 6 generations in the workplace today, that well-managed multi-generational teams, diverse teams, really add to an organization's bottom line and create that supportive work culture that we all crave and want to feel that we belong.
I think I got ahead of myself there, Karen. Sorry about that. Okay. It's been a busy 10 years, as you can hear. We've had so much work that we've done to get to this point. And here's just some of the things that we've been up to. So in November of 2016, we went public. We created our social media pages. We put our website up. And just in time for the new year, we were honored to receive our 501c3 designation. In that same year, we held an event introducing Palm Beach County to the community. We had our guest speaker was Chris Farrell, renowned aging specialist. And then we started spreading the word. We started sharing with the community. We hosted our first Lunch and Learn at the Delray Chamber. It was called What's Next for You? Rosemary spoke about the purpose and fulfillment aspects, and I shared about the next steps for people looking to get engaged into entrepreneurship or volunteer work activities. Shortly thereafter, we created a community speaker series. We had a number of experts speaking at the Hagen Ranch Library on a weekly basis and on topics, timely topics that were important to people over 50 who were looking to learn more about how to become more engaged, not just with Encore, but with our community as a whole. From that aspect, and seeing that there was so much interest in people who really wanted more and to learn more and get more involved, we began hosting monthly meetups. There again, having expert speakers speaking to us about topics, timely topics. And then the pandemic hit. And knowing that we needed to make a change to get the word out and stay engaged with our community and the people who really counted on our services and what we had to offer. We began hosting Zoom events with local and national subject matter experts related to finding employment. And we helped a lot of people through hosting those Zoom events. They were able to stay engaged with us, to stay informed, and it was an important aspect of what it was and how Encore proceeded through that timely area. And we discovered something else during the pandemic. We discovered that one of the biggest challenges for nonprofits during the pandemic was that many of their volunteers were unable to participate in person. And at the same time, social isolation became a mental health concern for older adults confined to home and independent and assisted living facilities. And with the help of a volunteer coordinator and residents at Abbey Del Rey, we were able to initiate a program to have nonprofits bring projects to the facility each month to be completed by resident volunteer teams. This project was a huge hit, and to this day, we are still looking to expand this project to other communities. So if you are in a community and would like to bring this project to you, let us know. We'd be happy to share how we can do that with you. It's one of the key projects that we really feel have a benefit to the residents of these communities who don't often get out to participate in some of the other programs. I did see something pop up in the chat.
Yeah, Sharon shared that she loved that idea. So thank you, Sharon,
Oh,
for that.
great. Thank you, Sharon. Okay.
And really, this is quite a unique idea that Encore Palm Beach County came up with. And I mean, really, we know the importance of people staying engaged, and the residents at Abbey Del Rey just love getting together. They've done projects for many nonprofits. And as Christine said, we certainly are open to other communities and other nonprofits who might want to bring some work in. I mean, it's a win-win all around, and it's really a unique way to match volunteers with the needs of nonprofits.
Yes, definitely, Karen. The pandemic also brought to light a lot of other needs that the community was looking for. And so we began to highlight the job portals of our age-friendly nominees at our website, encorepbc.org, to assist those looking for work to identify age-friendly employers. People were still looking for work. They knew that eventually they would want to get back to work, and they were looking for ways to find the employers who would be willing to hire the 50 plus. And that's where we start. I'm sorry, I guess every time I tap that, I'm going backwards. Okay. There we go. And then we partnered with Manpower, Palm Beach County, to promote work from home opportunities, allowing people that were unable or unwilling to leave their home to also find work, viable work. And that was a beautiful partnership and still is to this day. We also had our regularly monthly Zoom calls, and we we asked HR experts to speak on a number of different topics that people were concerned about, especially during the shift in the work environment during the pandemic. We had interviews with finalists from our Wisdom and Experience event, which we'll talk more about in just a little bit. We had experts speaking on topics such as intergenerational work teams, which is an important aspect of today's workforce. The election supervisor, Wendy Link, spoke on multi-generational workplace. And we covered pertinent topics on workforce trends, longevity planning, and reinventing your life after 50. Career Source spoke about job opportunities, and opportunities at SCORE. And we were blessed to have the renowned journalist Richard Eisenberg introduce us to the subject of unretirement, which is a very popular topic today. You might want to look up Richard Eisenberg and learn more about unretirement. We actually did share that on a Zoom call with him, which you can find on our YouTube page. It was an excellent topic, and Richard is very, very well known in the field. Then we went on to host our very first Wisdom and Experience event post-epidemic.
And this was very exciting, Christine. I remember it just as if it was yesterday because everybody was so excited to actually have an in-person event. This was in October of 2021, and we had a committee working under Encore Palm Beach County, being part of that task force for Encore Palm Beach County, because we had heard about an event in another location, and actually a couple locations around the United States, that was designed specifically to recognize those organizations who valued mature workers. And so we started thinking, well, gosh, if they can do it, we want to do that too. So we spent quite a bit of time researching it, and again, started even before the pandemic. And then we were able to have our inaugural event in October of 2021. And again, this is having organizations nominate themselves, or someone else can nominate the organization that has gone above and beyond and has best practices related to benefits, related to flexible work arrangements, mentoring programs, retaining and retraining. And of course, this isn't just focused on mature workers, although that is certainly the focus, but it is organizations that really value the intergenerational and multi-generational workforces and how mature workers can bring value to those organizations for bottom line results. So that's why Wisdom and Experience Works for Business Award was born. And we had that very first year, we had 18 nominees from Palm Beach County. And what the organizations do is they complete a very simple to complete form telling us about all the great things that they do. And our very first award winners, you can see the two representatives there. They were from Palm Beach County School District, and they were one of our inaugural winners. We also, that year, we had a large employer winner and a small employer winner. Our small employer winner, some of you may know the club at IBIS, which employs a lot of mature workers, and the residents just really love it. So that was our first event. We had Chris Farrell in person. Christine mentioned him earlier. He is renowned from NPR and does a lot of reporting on the economics of a mature workforce as an economic engine, et cetera. And he did a great presentation for us. So we were off and running with our Wisdom and Experience Works for Business Award events.
And it was a great event. And as Karen mentioned, it was one of the first major events that people had been to post-COVID. So it was very exciting for so many reasons.
Exactly.
So what does Encore do? We advocate that people over 50 have skills, wisdom, and experience our communities need to solve social problems and benefit the intergenerational workplace. We fulfill our mission by connecting them to the resources that help them find work and volunteer opportunities, by opposing age discrimination, and by communicating over multiple platforms to bring subject matter experts, interviews, and topics of interest to our community. Our vision is to advocate for midlife adults in Palm Beach County and offer them the opportunity to use their work and life experience in new careers, paid and unpaid, to improve their communities and create an age-friendly Palm Beach County. And here's how we do it. We connect, inform, and we advocate. We connect people over 50 to the resources that help them find work and volunteer opportunities. And actually, if you visit our website, you will see we actually have a page for those resources where organizations will post their need, their opportunities. And we also have an HR staff that helps assist once you fill out the form of what it is that you are looking for. And we also have volunteer opportunities posted from the different organizations that are looking for volunteers, as well as opportunities at Encore. And we help also speak to and coach people who not sure exactly what it is that they want to do in work or volunteer, and we help guide them through that process with a brief coaching session. We also inform. We communicate over multiple platforms to bring subject matter experts, interviews, and topics of interest to our community. We not only hold our monthly Zoom events, but we also host a number of different events throughout the year. We also have our YouTube channel. If you have not visited our website and our YouTube channel, all of the last 50 or so interviews that we have done is posted on our YouTube page. It's a wealth of information, and there you can also see some of the guest experts that we have had and spoken with. And we advocate that people over 50 have the skills, wisdom, and experience that our communities need to solve social problems and benefit the intergenerational workplace. Ageism is real. Many of us have experienced it personally. And so it's important that we realize that people need to realize the benefit that the over 50 mature population brings to the workplace. We have resources to help find new work. I mentioned some of them on our website, and we can help you through that. We also have resources to help you figure out what it is you want. Many people aren't quite sure. Do they want to work? Do they want to volunteer? What would they like to do with their time, especially in retirement and post-retirement? So we help you figure out what that is for you. And there's a number of different ways that we do that as well. And then there's resources for the entrepreneur. If you are looking or interested in starting a business of your own, especially post-retirement, there are a lot of opportunities and ways that you can utilize your wisdom and experience to create something new for yourself. And we can show you how to do that.
And Christine, I'm sure you're aware of the fact that the number of folks starting their own business that these folks are age 50 plus is really just skyrocketing. I mean, there is so much creativity. Folks are taking all the experience and wisdom that they've gained, and this is just a whole new area for people. They have the time now to perhaps really devote to their passion, and whether that passion be starting a business, whether it be volunteering, whether it be changing careers, this is a wonderful time of life for folks to really find meaning and what is important to them.
Most definitely. Encore is on a mission. We are on a mission to raise awareness and celebrate the importance of age-friendly, inclusive environments in our community. That's what the last 10 years has been all about. We've been on a mission. Rosemary started us on that mission, and we are expanding and growing every single day towards fulfilling that mission. So as we prepare for the year of 2025 and our 10 years in the community, we are expanding our services to create an age-friendly Palm Beach County. Through our tenets of connect, inform, and advocate, Encore initiatives and programs are designed to create a culture where the over 50 population is celebrated, creating awareness and age inclusiveness in life and work. And our vision is to create an age-friendly Palm Beach County that benefits employers and workers of all ages. And as I mentioned, you can visit our website at encorepalmbeachcounty.org and learn more about our tenets of connect, inform, and advocate, learn more about what it is we can do and how we can help you and how you can help us achieve our vision.
Mhm. Christine, as you're changing the slide, I'd like to share a little bit, as there we are, about what is an age-inclusive community. And that's something, as Christine said, that Encore Palm Beach County believes in and supports. And I'm sure folks have heard that term, age-inclusive community or age-friendly community. What does that really mean? It means folks of all ages working together, whether that be through an individual, whether that be through a business, a not-for-profit such as Encore Palm Beach County, whether that means a governmental entity, our local community, making our neighborhoods more livable with regard to walkability, transportation, the services provided, the activities available to residents, and housing. And we all know these are all very timely and hot button issues that we need as Palm Beach County is growing. We'd like to be a part of that. And basically, we want to be sure too that age-friendly communities protect our mature workers, ensuring that we don't have ageism or age discrimination. We know too that matures a lot of times have quite a bit of buying power, and they again are economic engines. They're the ones buying and doing different things. And let's see what types of ways that we can develop products that are useful and helpful. It certainly goes beyond some of the commercials we see on TV for different medicines and that type of thing, you know, that baby boomers are really viable to our economy. And we also believe that being in an age-friendly community and an age-friendly organization and a county is that folks that are in that community, those businesses, understand the responsibility that they have, again, to support their community, to create age-friendly communities, because we want to attract people of all ages.
So as Karen said, we believe Palm Beach County has the opportunity to set a national example as an age-inclusive community. We are prime. We have people moving here every day who are of age and interested in finding all the opportunities that are available in Palm Beach County. One of the things that we're very proud of is last year, Encore Palm Beach County introduced our age-inclusive employer accreditation in Palm Beach County. This was born as a result of the Wisdom and Experience event, where we learned that so many of the employers wanted to be recognized for being an age-inclusive employer. So many people were looking to find the employers that would be willing to hire them. And so this became one of our champion projects. And last year, the Age Inclusive Employer Accreditation was born. And what that exemplifies is those organizations that recognize the value of the mature worker and the knowledge, maturity, reliability, and productivity they provide, as well as their commitment to provide meaningful employment, development opportunities, and competitive pay and benefits. And we encourage all businesses in Palm Beach County to apply for and receive this prestigious accreditation. The age-inclusive employer recognizes you as an employer who is open to not only fighting ageism, but recognizing the value that the mature worker brings to the table, the wisdom and experience that is accumulated, and how valuable it can be in helping our community grow. And it's very important, as Karen had mentioned earlier, because there are so many of us over 65, particularly in this community. So speaking of the Wisdom and Experience event, Karen, I'm going to turn that over to you.
Thanks, Christine. I didn't mean to butt in, but I was so excited to say that we have this coming up, our 4th annual. We had our 2nd annual, and we did have a wonderful guest speaker at that time. We had additional nominees over and above the companies and organizations that presented themselves for our inaugural event. And we've also had our 3rd annual event. We had another 15 nominees for that. And that was exciting because that was the first time that a public sector organization had won. The city of Delray Beach won that particular year for public sector at our 3rd annual. And we also awarded gave an award to a public sector business, in addition to the public sector, we gave one to the private sector. We also had a large nonprofit and a small nonprofit. So that's very exciting. And each year it is determined by who applies the types of awards. We're just so thrilled that we've had public, private, and not-for-profit organizations participate. So we can't wait to see who we have participating this year. So this year's event is on March 20th, and it is, of course, our 4th annual, and it's also in celebration of our 10-year anniversary as well. So we encourage you to nominate an employer, to also consider sponsoring the event, and also register to attend. We have it at the Airport Hilton, which is a lovely venue, and the day is just so celebratory. We have a guest speaker. Some of you may know our own John Dalton, the founder and president of Optimum RTS, a search firm. He's also on the board, and he's a very, very moving speaker, talking about topics important to our audience. So we really hope to see you there.
So as we mentioned, we recognize those organizations at the event. So the question is, do you know an organization that is age-friendly and values the wisdom and experience of the mature worker in Palm Beach County? If you do, share the word. Tell them that they should be nominated. Nominate them yourself. Submit their nomination, support them, and contribute to the Encore efforts to recognize this valuable and growing resource of the 50-plus workforce. Nominate your company. Small, large, doesn't matter. We have different designations. Nominate your company and then join us at the breakfast. Or you may be interested in sponsoring the event. As we mentioned earlier, we are a nonprofit 501c3. So the support of our community is what keeps us our funding and keeps us actually keeps us in business.
And it's so important, of course, to support this very important endeavor as it on the anniversary of the 10th anniversary and going into another decade. And the form to nominate is not super difficult. It doesn't take a whole lot of time. I know everybody has lots of competing priorities, but we sure hope you'll take a moment to go to the website, look at the form, and consider nominating your organization or an organization that you know that does a great job in lifting up, supporting our mature workers. So Christine, thanks for bringing this slide up. I love this particular quote that we found here because we read so much about AI and automation and technology, and that is so important in our society. Everything is changing so fast, and of course we've got to keep up with all of that. But even so, what Forbes.com has said is even with the importance of technologies, AI, and automation, what we also can't lose sight of that as we're living longer and healthier lives An increasingly multi-generational workforce is going to be just as transformative as those technology things. So people and the mature side and the experience, all of that, and working together cohesively for the good of the organization is still as equally important. And that's something that Encore Palm Beach County has spoken about and has supported and shared that important message, again, since its inception. So we want to direct folks to the website, right, Christine, to learn more?
That's right. Learn more about our initiatives and how you can be a part of the age-friendly Palm Beach County movement. You can visit our website at Encore PBC, as we mentioned, but we'd also like to ask you, have you been impacted by or benefited by Encore Palm Beach County? Is there something that you might have worked with Encore on, or maybe a way that we might have helped you that you'd like to share? Any testimonials, ideas?
Christine, this is
Yes.
Joan Greenberg from Manpower. Can you hear
Hi,
me?
Joan.
First of all, I would like to commend everybody on this Encore and thank you. I did go to several of your events and I thought they were excellent. We have been referred many candidates from Encore, and I thank you for that. Some of them we were able to help, and some of them we were not able to help. To confirm what you said, there is definitely ageism out. There is no question about that. And I think everybody who is older needs an advocate. If they can't do it on their own, they do need an advocate. There's also a tremendous talent shortage right now. We just released a paper on the talent shortage. This is a perfect time for people who are looking for work to take advantage of the talent shortage out there and bring to employers the skills they have. They may not have those high technology skills that the young people have, but the older worker or the mature worker has all the skills that the younger worker does not. They have the work ethic, they're on time, they know what it is to be productive, they know how to talk to people, which is very important, I must add, and not just text on your phone. I mean, these are all skills that they have that they can, bring to the employer. So I truly believe that the timing is perfect. And if you want, I can send you the talent shortage that we've just released, because it could be very helpful for you to put on your website.
Thank you so much, Joan. We definitely would love to see that. And thank you for the testimonial. I know you have helped us in quite a bit, and we definitely appreciate the support. Thank you so much.
And we appreciate you, Christina and Karen. So,
Thank you.
and just to attest, this is the first time in history there are 5 generations in the workplace. 5.
Amazing, right? And we're
Mhm.
living through it.
And we are.
And we won't tell which one we are.
Thank you, Joan, for your continued support, and we appreciate that immensely. And I see in the chat that Renee, you have shared something. Would you like to
Yes.
opine and share?
Yes, I would like to. Can you hear me?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Oh, great. Okay. Yeah, I actually am a member of Encore in Massachusetts. I was for many years, and I knew Mark, and I know all about his book, and I speak about intergenerational communication. And I just found out about your organization at a meeting, a SHRM meeting that I was at recently. And my new book is about finding your purpose after 50, and my first book is about achieving the good life after 50, tools and resources to make it happen. So I would love to be more active with your organization while I'm here in Florida. And I am from New York City, and I am what they call the snowbird. I hate that term, though. I wish we could find a better term than that. But I am here every year for 5 months, and I will be speaking at the American Association on Aging at their conference in April in Orlando. So I would love to speak to both of you and find out how I can be of service and how I can perhaps give a presentation to your organization.
Thank you so much, Renee, and we'd love to have you and love to hear about your book as well.
Great.
So thank you so much for sharing, and we'd love to have you participate. And I have your email, so we'll send you
Great.
some information and we'll
Okay.
definitely be in touch. Thank you.
Lovely,
And enjoy
lovely.
the sunny weather.
Oh, I am enjoying it. And this has been a very informative program too. So thank you, both of you. I really appreciate finding out about this and being on it. So thank you
Great.
very
Thanks so
much.
much. Thank you.
Well, you picked a good one, Renee. You got 10 years in 45 minutes. I mean, that's a deal, isn't it?
It's great.
Thank you.
Yeah. We've had a number of authors, as Christine mentioned. We've had Lawrence Samuel wrote a book. And so it's very, the Zoom phenomenon, which of course we know arose most prevalently through the pandemic, has brought that opportunity to us, you know, to be able to have folks that are not right physically located here in Palm Beach County be part of educating us and sharing their ideas and thoughts. And it's just a vibrant community. So we're so excited to have everybody on the call today virtually. So
it's lovely.
Yes, thanks again.
Thank
Is
you.
there any other comments? If not, we certainly appreciate all of you there that are here and hope to see you at other events and look forward to any input or suggestions that you have.
Well, I keep getting these emails to attend this meeting. I had no idea what it was about, so I thought, well, I will join in and see what it's about. I don't know how big your community is, but it's got to be a big one to include me, because I'm at least 5,000 miles away from you. That's why I was a bit confused why, you know, I didn't even know where it was. I just discovered you're in Florida, but I'm in the UK.
Whoa.
Now, I did see in the email something about old people. Now, I'm not old, but I do know a lot of old people. Most of them are younger than me, but I'm in the community. I lost my eyesight 15 years ago, but I will be 80 in a few months' time. But it doesn't make me old. It just means I've only got 20 years left to organize my retirement. I'm very, very active in my community. I took up public speaking after I lost my eyesight at retirement age. I took up the volunteering for carers. So I've run carers and supported them every week for the last 15 years. I became a keynote speaker. I introduced public speaking to the local high school. I became a town councillor, a trustee for Age UK, trustee for a community centre, and now I've been teaching, training, mentoring and coaching mindset for 63 years, since I was a teenager, and I'm putting my programs online, and I want to put 8 programs online, each in 7 different languages. And my goal now is to raise £1 million for all the charities where I volunteer. Now, can you not do things like that?
I'll be honest with you, Alan. I really say God bless you, because you are a perfect example of the fact that age is not a number, and it should not deter us from doing all of the things and using all of the gifts that we have. And you're very blessed to be able to do that. And we thank you for sharing. And we don't know how you got here, but we thank you for joining us also. I'd love to learn more about what it is that you do. And maybe you could do a Zoom call with us as well.
And
I can put my information in the chat. Have you come across the Great Discovery?
No.
Right. The Great Discovery is a brand new platform, and it's a concentrated sales and marketing platform. And if you put your program on there, there's thousands of affiliates can earn money by selling your program. And so that's why I'm putting mine in 7 different languages, so it can be sold worldwide. So
Fascinating.
you've all got expertise of some sort. You could all create a small program and put it on the platform, and the affiliates can sell that for you and earn some money and, you know, fund your group. Let me just see if I can find my information.
And if I may also add something for Alan, I speak in the UK every year on intergenerational communication. You know, I travel over there, and an organization that I think would be very interested in hearing about you and you hearing about them, Alan, would be the Professional Speakers Association of the UK and Ireland.
I did come across them. I'm not joined them, but
I highly recommend them to you. And if I could reach you, I see you're going to put your information in. I will send you information and give you some of their contacts.
Right. I've put in the chat my LinkedIn contact, and I've also put the link to the Great Discovery. If you go to that link, join as a learner. It won't cost you anything, and it will give you the opportunity to learn all about the platform. And then at some date in the future, if you want to do, you could join, or you could upgrade to an affiliate, but that will cost you $30 a month. Or you can upgrade to a course creator. It's a one-off payment, but then you can download as many courses as you want. So between you, you could put in, I don't know, a few dozen.
That's fabulous. That is great information, Alan. Thank you so very much. We really appreciate that, because we do have a lot, as I mentioned, we do have our YouTube channels and so many other ways that we can create programs online that can definitely benefit us. So we really appreciate that information. And thank you, Renee, as well. I see the two of you who are first timers to Encore have already given testimonials for the benefit of joining Encore. So much appreciated. Thank you.
It's certainly a pleasure.
And we'll be in touch with both of you. Thank you so much.
Norman, we see you have your hand up.
Yes, I just wanted to say a little bit about what I've been focusing on. I just retired last year, and I was very concerned about what my life was going to be like post-retirement. So one of the things I decided to do was to start an online class where I talked about how to live well in retirement. I'm doing a program now every week for an organization on the West Coast called Front Porch. And that's something, I'm only part-time in Florida. I spend most of my time in New York. But if you do have people that you think would benefit from talking about the topic of dealing with an impending retirement, or people who have recently retired, I have found a lot of resources about that topic lately, and I'd be glad to share them possibly in a Zoom presentation in the future.
Thank you, Norman. Thank you. And I know you've been doing a lot of work in that area. You and I have spoken about it. So you're doing very good. You're doing very good. And you know what? You're doing your homework as well and trying to create something new. So I give you a lot of credit for that as well.
Thank you.
And let's see.
Well, this has been wonderful that everybody has shared, and we appreciate everybody's time. And it was just exciting to see. It was almost like popcorn popping here, just to see the ideas and the creativity and the connectivity, even across the pond, as they say. So this has been great. So Christine, I'll turn it back over to you for our wrap-up remarks.
Well, thank you, Karen, and thank you everyone for your participation and for joining us today. And we'll be sharing this video because we do want to get the word out to your community, the whole community, wherever you might be, and share about our Wisdom and Experience event coming up on March 20th. If you have an organization that you think would be a good award winner or nominee, please share the information with them as well. And we look forward to seeing you. And even if you are still in Florida at that time, come visit us and attend our event and learn more about our community, March 20th in West Palm Beach County. So the information is all on the website as well. And we thank you all for your participation and for joining us. And we look forward to the next 10 years, hoping you'll be on board. Thank you so much, Karen. Thank you for sharing with me. And we appreciate your time, everyone. Have a great Wednesday.
Thanks.
Christine, can you put your email up on the chat,
Sure.
please?
I
Thank
will
you.
do
And
that.
Karen,
Yes.
thank
Yep.
you.
Thanks
Before
all.
we
Have
say
a great
goodbye.
day.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Christine.
Thank you.
That's security. You come out, I'll go away.
And that is me, Christine Cottaggio at
Oh, there you are.
outlook.com.
Okay, at Outlook. Thank you so much.
Karen, are you still there? You want to put yours up?
Okay, thank you.
Yes, please.
Bye.
I think she might have left, but that's okay. I can get it to you.
I'll send it to you, Christine. All right.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much. Thanks for joining us,
Thank you.
everyone.
This was very informative. I look forward to meeting you.
Likewise. Thank you so much. Take
Bye-bye.
care now.
Have a
Bye-bye.
good day.
You too.